We tend to look at history and say, those people. So, has the world changed any since the time of Noah? When we're thousands and thousands of years later, has the world changed any? Does God look at the world and say, oh, finally, crap, in the time of Noah, these guys are so wicked. Now, America? Oh, you guys are good. Is that what's happening? I don't think so. I don't think we've gotten any better. I was talking to a guy this week, and he told me that if our species is lucky enough to live another 100 or 200 years, that we are going to see like the greatest things ever, and that we are going to evolve into this beautiful society. Almost kind of saying that like the more we go, the better it gets. The further we can get along, the more we can evolve into these great people on the earth. History doesn't tell us that. Let me give you a few examples of why I say no. The world now is not any better than it was in Noah's day so long ago. We've advanced a ton technologically and scientifically in the past few hundred years. That's true. But our technological and our scientific advances have led to more genocides, more greed, more envy, more sex slavery, more murder, more injustices than the world has ever seen. Here's the idea. We've advanced like culturally and scientifically with technology and everything, and we've used that advancement to be better at being wicked. We've used technology to be more evil. So let me give you a few examples. Number one, pornography and sex trafficking. Let's camp out here for a second. How many of you guys or even girls squirm when I say pornography? Hey, I'm one of them. I've been addicted to pornography. By God's grace, I'm not now. But I was addicted to pornography from, I think, probably the age of 14 until just some years ago when God finally set me free from that. But pornography and sex trafficking, I lump those together because pornography is sometimes sex slavery, the people that you're seeing in pornographic films. Sometimes it's because women are literally sex slaves and being forced to do this in one form or another, because they're being trapped at a house and they're having to do this, or because they literally can't do anything else, or like a pimp kills his prostitute, the guy who makes the pornographic films will kill this porn star if she doesn't perform in his videos. So pornography is sometimes sex slavery, but it is all the time fuel for sex slavery. What I mean by that is since pornography has exploded in the last 50 years or so, sex trafficking and sex slavery across the board has exploded, and they figured out that pornography is what's fueling sex slavery. Pornography is where they're getting their money to promote it. It's where guys are getting these ideas that I can go to Thailand and have 20 women to myself for a few days for just a little bit of money. Or we even have sex slavery in Oklahoma. Did you know that statistically, I believe some crazy high percentage, I'm not exactly sure, so I won't say, of those who are in sex slavery in America pass through Oklahoma City? The reason is because we have I-40 and I-35, which are the two main interstates in the United States of America. And so it's something like 80-90%, don't quote me on that, but that pass through just Oklahoma City. We think it's like, no, that's not going on. Maybe like in LA or something. It's like they're passing through here, man. Pornography is when we're looking at creation to be a god for us, and we're treating men or women like they are things, like they are objects, and not human beings made in the image of God. And I just put forth a few things to you. Every second, $3,000 is being spent on pornography. Every second. Just calculate up how many seconds are going to be in this sermon. I'm going to preach for about an hour. Just think how much money is spent on pornography while I'm preaching this sermon. Every second, 28,258 people are viewing pornography. Every second. Every 39 minutes, a new pornographic film is made in the United States of America. 39 minutes. So if I go really long, there's going to be 2 made in this sermon, but definitely 1. The worldwide yearly profits, this is staggering. The worldwide yearly profits for pornography average about $100 billion. $100 billion worldwide. Let me put that in perspective. If you combine the profits from the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, and the NHL, that's $25 billion a year. Pornography, 4 times more. So NHL, NBA, MLB, for some of you who don't watch sports, these are the major sporting professions in the world. Major League Baseball, National Football League, National Basketball Association, National Hockey League, like the biggest of the big. Their profits combined equal $25 billion a year. Pornography, about $100 billion. It's like, so we see all the advertisements, we see how much guys in professional sports get paid. We know, people are packing out stadiums there's probably a professional sporting event every day in our country between baseball, football. Packing these places out, the merchandise and everything, and it's a quarter of how much pornography makes worldwide. I say that to help you know how big of a deal it is, and help you know that we're not any better than Noah's time. We're actually worse. We've used our advances to be more wicked. We've used our advances in science and technology to be more unjust, to hurt more people, to destroy more lives. And some of us, let me just correct this, some of us say, okay, pornography makes $100 billion a year. Woo, that's a lot. But I've never looked at porn and paid for it. Right? Some of you say, well, I've never paid for it. I just go to, I go to free sites. Wrong. Every website, especially pornographic websites, they have advertisements. And the people who own the website get paid by those advertisers by how many clicks are on their website. What this means is every time anyone is clicked on a pornographic image or website, they are fueling financially the porn industry. None of us are exempt. If some of us, I know a bunch of buddies of mine have been addicted to porn before, and some still are, and we're praying for them, and it's God's grace that frees us from that. It's an addiction. But if we were to have before us how many dollars that our viewing pornography has fueled into the porn industry, we would weep.